I want you to imagine this. It's early morning. You wake up, stretch your arms, and pour yourself a glass of water. Something so simple, so natural, you hardly even think about it. Drink water, wash your face, start the day. Just another morning routine. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself, what is this water actually doing for my body? One of my patients, Mary, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Florida, told me something interesting. She said, I drink 2 full glasses of water every morning because my doctor told me to stay hydrated, but I still feel tired. My muscles get stiff, I get dizzy when I stand up, and sometimes I wake up at night with cramps. She laughed about it, but I could hear the frustration behind her voice. And that, my friend, is exactly what I want to talk about today. Because after the age of 60, plain water alone is no longer enough. Our bodies change in ways we don't always notice. Muscle cells that were once soft, flexible, and full of water slowly lose their ability to hold it. The body doesn't absorb minerals the way it used to. Your kidneys flush out water faster. Your sense of thirst dulls. And little by little, your muscles dry out like a sponge left in the sun. You can drink plenty of water and still feel tired, stiff, or weak. And it's not your imagination. Now, don't let that discourage you. The good news is, there's a way to turn things around. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. With just a few small changes, you can help your body keep the water it already has, right where it belongs, inside your muscles, your joints, your cells. Have you noticed how, when you were younger, a good night's sleep or a simple meal could make you feel fully recharged? But now, recovery takes longer. That's because your body's hydration memory starts to fade. It's not just your skin that gets dry, it's every cell inside you. A few months ago, I met Richard, a 72-year-old golf enthusiast. He said, I drink water all day when I play golf, but it just makes me go to the bathroom more. When I looked closer, I realized he was only drinking plain water. No minerals, no electrolytes, no support for absorption. So I suggested something simple. Add a few slices of lemon and a pinch of mineral salt to his morning glass. 2 weeks later, he called me, sounding excited. Doctor, he said, I can't believe it. My legs don't cramp anymore and I've been sleeping better than ever. That's the power of hydration done right. It's not just about how much water you drink, it's about how well your body can use it. Think of your muscles as soil in an old garden. If the soil is dry and cracked, no matter how much water you pour, it will just run off. You need to nourish the soil first, to help it hold the water. Your body works the same way. It doesn't just need water. It needs the right minerals to hold onto it. There's a study from the Journal of Clinical Interventions in Aging that showed something fascinating. Older adults who added just a bit of lemon juice and electrolytes to their water for 10 days improved their muscle hydration by 18%. They also reported less fatigue and faster recovery after mild activity. It's proof that small changes can make a big difference. So tomorrow morning, when you pour yourself that first glass of water, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this water just passing through me, or is it nourishing me? When you start paying attention to how your body absorbs water, you begin to realize something profound. That water isn't just for quenching thirst. It's for bringing life back into your body. Because your body, no matter your age, is still quietly taking care of you every single day. All it asks in return is that you take care of it too. So let's start there, with awareness, with gratitude, and with a single meaningful sip. After working with hundreds of patients over the years, I've learned something both simple and profound. The human body never truly ages. It just slowly forgets how to listen to itself. And when we begin listening again, even through something as small as a glass of water, the body remembers how to heal. I remember Helen, a 74-year-old woman from California. She once told me, at my age, I've accepted it. The pain, the fatigue, the thirst, it's all part of getting old. But after she started making a few tiny changes, adding lemon, minerals, coconut water, and a little creatine, things began to shift. A few weeks later, she said, I don't feel drained anymore. I wake up lighter, my steps feel steady, and I want to walk outside again. She smiled with that quiet joy, the kind that comes when someone realizes life hasn't left them behind. And in that moment, I smiled too. Because that's what I hope for everyone watching this. that you realize it's never too late to feel alive again. You see, health isn't just about medicine or diet or blood tests. Health is a conversation between you and your body, a relationship that so many of us have stopped nurturing. Your body speaks every day, through your breath, through your skin, through that stiffness in your shoulders or that dryness in your mouth. And water is the first language of that conversation. It's not just hydration. It's a form of gratitude. Every intentional glass of water you drink says, "Thank you for still being here, for still breathing, for still carrying me through another day." Think about it. You've lived through decades, through change, loss, laughter, love. Your body has been your most faithful companion through it all, working quietly, healing endlessly, asking for almost nothing in return. So why not give it something in return? Something as simple and meaningful as a well-made glass of water. You might be thinking, can one small glass of water really make a difference? Yes, and I'll tell you this. Every great change begins with one small, consistent act. Like a tiny stream that carves its way into a waterfall, your small daily choices shape the way you age. Not just how long you live, but how well you live. So tomorrow morning, start with gratitude. Pour that glass of water, not just to stay alive, but to feel alive. Take a slow sip and tell yourself quietly, I can still heal. I can still grow stronger. I can still live fully. Because 60 is not the end. It's an invitation to live slower, deeper, and wiser. And if you're hearing my voice right now, maybe that's not a coincidence. Maybe it's your body's way of whispering, I'm ready to be cared for again. If you've tried any of these simple changes, maybe you added lemon to your water, or a pinch of sea salt, or a bit of creatine at night, share your experience in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step toward better health. And if this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to join this growing community. Click like, share, and subscribe. Not for me, but for yourself. Because together, we're learning how to age with strength, clarity, and peace. One mindful sip at a time. Thank you for being here. Take care of your body, because it's still taking care of you every single day. And as you go on with your day, remember this. It's never too late to start listening, and it's never too late to begin again. I once told one of my patients, your body after 60 is like an old garden. The soil is still rich, but it needs to be watered differently if you want the flowers to bloom again. It's not about pouring more water. It's about watering wisely. And that begins with something as simple as what's inside your daily glass of water. 1. Lemon and mineral salt. The morning reboot for your muscles. One morning, I visited Richard, the retired golfer I mentioned earlier. He said, I drink water every morning, but I still get those awful calf cramps at night. I smiled and said, Richard, try this. Add a few thin slices of lemon and just a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to your water. He laughed, thinking I was joking. But 2 weeks later, he called me again. Doctor, he said, no more cramps. My legs feel lighter, and I actually wake up with more energy. That's the quiet magic of lemon and natural minerals. Lemon contains citric acid, a gentle compound that opens the body's absorption channels, helping water enter your bloodstream more efficiently. And that little pinch of mineral salt, it's not the regular table salt you're thinking of. It's rich in magnesium, potassium, and sodium, the trio of electrolytes that help water stay inside your muscle cells instead of slipping away. Many people fear salt because of blood pressure. But here's the truth. It's not the salt that harms. It's the type and the amount. A small balanced pinch of mineral salt can actually help your body regulate pressure, not raise it. Think of it this way. Water is the rain, minerals are the soil. Without the soil, the rain simply runs off. With minerals, that water gets absorbed, nourishes, and stays where it's needed most. 2. Electrolyte powder, the smart water upgrade. Then there's Maria, 65 years old, bright and full of life, but constantly fatigued. She told me, I drink more than 8 glasses of water every day. I shouldn't feel dehydrated. I smiled and said, You're not lacking water, Maria. You're lacking electrolytes. As we age, our bodies lose the ability to retain essential minerals, those tiny electrical keys that help water stay inside cells. That's why simply adding an electrolyte powder to your water can make a world of difference. But not all electrolyte drinks are the same. Choose one that's free from sugar, caffeine, and artificial coloring. Look for sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium in a balanced ratio, the kind your body recognizes. A 2022 study published in Nutrients found that older adults who drank water with balanced electrolytes for 5 days improved their cellular hydration by almost 30%. They also reported less muscle fatigue and better balance. What's more, many said they simply felt alive again. You see, we often blame age for the body's decline, when in truth, it's dehydration at the cellular level that makes us feel older than we are. Half a teaspoon of electrolyte powder in a glass of water each morning, or after a walk, can restore that balance, giving your body the environment it needs to heal, move, and stay strong. 3. Freeze-dried coconut water, nature's gentle electrolyte. Now, let's talk about something most of us already know but rarely use: coconut water. It's one of nature's purest forms of hydration, packed with potassium, magnesium, sodium, and calcium in the perfect natural balance. But not everyone has access to fresh coconuts every day, and they spoil quickly. That's where freeze-dried coconut water comes in. Modern technology has made it possible to capture the essence of coconut water in a light, pure powder that you can easily mix into your daily drink. Just 1 teaspoon dissolved in 10 to 16 ounces of cool water provides all the electrolytes you need, with a gentle, refreshing taste. Here's the best part. Coconut water's potassium content is twice that of a banana. It helps your cells hold onto water, keeps your muscles soft and flexible, and prevents those tight, aching cramps that come with dehydration. And unlike sports drinks loaded with sugar, this version is naturally sweet, mild, and won't spike your blood sugar or raise your blood pressure. It's just water, enhanced by nature. I often tell my patients, a glass of coconut water a day keeps stiffness away, because when your muscles are hydrated, you move easier, think clearer, and even sleep better. 4. Low-dose creatine, the unsung hero of muscle strength. Now let's talk about a word that often scares people: creatine. When I mention it to my older patients, they immediately say, "Isn't that for bodybuilders?" And I always smile and reply, "Not anymore." Creatine isn't a drug or a hormone. It's a natural compound, something your liver and kidneys make every day. But after 60, that natural production slows down. Without enough creatine, your muscles can't store energy efficiently, and you lose both strength and recovery speed. Here's what makes creatine fascinating. When it enters a muscle cell, it pulls water along with it. Not in a bloated way, but in a healthy, restorative way. It keeps your cells hydrated, active, and resilient. In one study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, older adults who took just 1–2 grams of creatine daily, combined with light activity, showed better balance, faster walking speed, and improved lower body strength after 8 weeks. Just 1 to 2 grams a day is enough. Mix it into warm water in the evening, or pair it with lemon water or coconut water. It's tasteless, easy to dissolve, and works quietly while you sleep. And here's the part most people don't know. Creatine doesn't just help muscles. It also helps your brain. It increases energy storage in brain cells, which means better focus, less fatigue, and a sharper mind. So, when you drink that glass before bed, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're recharging your mind. 5. A new philosophy of drinking water. I always tell my patients, don't just drink water to stay alive, drink it to come alive. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diets. All you need is awareness, and a few smart tweaks to your daily water. Every sip can become a small act of self-care. Every glass can be a reminder that your body is still capable of healing, strengthening, and thriving. Tomorrow morning, when you pour that glass of water, I want you to look at it differently. It's not just water. It's your body's way of saying, I'm still here. I still care for you. Now care for me too.